shooting star, yeah, all over the globe. Hard work, all I ever know. So nobody could tell me I'm not what my way and go, yeah. I'm in my zone, yeah, through this microphone. The way they're looking at me like they seen a UFO.
Here in the north, the Yaller horn is about to sound and send two teams to battle here at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Will Reichert has it all teed up. And off we go from Minneapolis. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. On first down, Hurts. This one finds Goddard. And he's tackled for no gain.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. Finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Tryon Shoyinka gets there to take him down. No gain play, and they still need 10 now on third down. Hurts now from the gun. That pass complete to Goddard. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And they bring him down around the 34. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. From the 34. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. Just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Vikings are going to take over from deep in their own side. They're out and set, 1st and 10. First carry here for Aaron Jones. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
2nd down carry for Jones. Has good room at the 35. And he's all the way forward to the 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Bails out of the pocket quick. Has a man, Justin Jefferson. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. Out of the gun and give to Jones. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. It was Reed Blankenship making the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Darius Slay with the stop.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 28. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They gain 14 on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. More from US Bank Stadium after the break. It's Vikings ball as we return for the second, and they've got to be thinking points here. Sending a receiver left. On first down, they'll run. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. The key, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
This one's caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. Jones has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Another try for Jones. And he's in for the touchdown. The Vikings get the game's first points here in the second. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Running right, it's Barkley. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap for Hurts. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It was Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. Back to throw, Hurts. Has a man, it's Brown. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He lets one fly deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings take a 13-0 lead. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. One after try good by Reichert. And the Vikings double their lead to 14. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. This return starts at the 5. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got 1st down from the 31. Handoff headed right. Barkley. They're working a couple of yards past the line. Dallas Turner there to bring him down. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. They go to Barkley again. And a bit of deja vu as they stuff him at the line once again.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from Minneapolis. It's the Eagles, needing 8 on 3rd down. Hurts. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson takes it away. And the Vikings get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
From the gun, Jones gets it. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. Give him maybe a yard on that play, Brock. Still 7 to go on 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, McCarthy has it in close. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. Reichert on for the point after. Oh, and it's no good. Just his 2nd missed extra point of this season. And they failed to tack one onto that touchdown. They'll probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Hurts trying again on 2nd down. He'll get this one to Brown. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Fits it through the middle. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles chop some of the lead off before the half. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Eagles drop the lead back to 13. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Ty Chandler to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Taking his shot deep down the field. Deep sideline shot is caught, and he gets out to stop the clock. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings get more points to end a lopsided first half. It's a T.J. Hockenson touchdown. It is a word broadcasters hesitate to use for a lot of reasons, but 4 touchdowns in 4 drives, Brock. I think we can throw it out here. Perfection thus far.
Yeah, this game will humble you at this level. I mean, this is the best of the best playing it, and you don't normally see this kind of execution and this kind of efficiency, so I understand that word perfection. I will remind everybody, though, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Here's Reichard, set to kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. Yep, as expected. They go to the ground to start this one off. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. He'll throw it. Goddard makes the catch. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. One last play before the break. One final shot before halftime. Buys time, rolling right. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Chandler now on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now he'll give up the middle to Jones. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now they'll throw out of the gun. On the move, headed right. Able to find Hockenson. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Jefferson brings it in on the slant. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. First and 10. Here's Jones. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
From the 36. Able to find Jones. He's got it in the red zone. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. On play action now, McCarthy. This one falls incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And it sets up second down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. Reichard there to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings continue piling on to this lead. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Starting from the 5. He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return. No, we just don't see kick returns nearly as often as we used to, Brock, which makes impact plays on them like that so much rarer.
Yeah, that is so well said. It kind of reminds me of my son's baseball coach, right? At a young age, you're always coaching those guys. Hey, the ball's going to come to you. The ball's going to come to you every single pitch. The ball's going to come to you. And these kickoff cover guys, they got to think in their mind every time is my chance to make a play, and they just did.
Here's 2nd and 11. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Eagles take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. 2nd and long. They didn't have to pass, Brock, but you kind of knew that was what was coming. And they had the right coverage out there to pick it off.
Yeah, you really have two choices here, Kate, offensively, right? You can play conservative, try to get to a manageable 3rd down, or you go step on the gas with aggressiveness. And I love aggressiveness. The problem, well, this defense saw it coming, and even more so, they took it away. They went up and attacked it and got the ball for themselves. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. That's into the hands of Barkley. Brushes him off with ease. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30. They get 6 and a first down as well. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down, a run with Barkley. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
2nd and 13. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here's Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Eagles football, and they'll look for points here, but might be too little too late in a lopsided 4th quarter. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. 4th and forever coming up. On 4th down, Hurts. Oh, put some heat on this deep. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these 2 defenses. You picked on a guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle them up before it came to fruition.
Straight ahead they go with Jones. And he works it deeper into enemy territory past the 40. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation. Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
And this kick is good. We needed to get on it there, and he did. Insurmountable lead grows by 3 more. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And he's going to field this in the end zone without a return, so they'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He's got Devontae Smith. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. The throw is caught. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles trail by 23 now. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They give to Jones, right side. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. He gets him 9 on the ground, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He has the first over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Going with Jones on the ground. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Vikings ready to pick up their 8th win of the season. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing now, off play action. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. Jordan Addison, the intended target. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. McCarthy throwing on 4th down. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. 1st down throwing for Hurts. He's got Smith. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Oh no, they get him yet again. Harrison Smith with the INT. And the Vikings get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
A give left side to Jones. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. He's going deep this time. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
3rd down, here's Jones. They'll get this up to the 18-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. So it's a win for the Vikings.